Yo, what the fuck did I just walk into? Are these robots f***ing? What the? Yo, wait a minute. Is this dude is naked? What the f***? Welcome to another review. This is going to be a review for Nier Automata. Before I begin this review, I want to do a quick little intro disclaimer letting you guys know that no, I did not beat the game. I apologize to the gaming review gods. It's too many games out there for me to beat them all, but I will be doing an in-depth review based off the information that I have available to you. If that is good enough for you, please continue. And once again, to the game review gods, I apologize. Please do not strike me down with multiple dislikes and hate. So let's get into it. Story without spoilers. Nier Automata takes place around 5015. You are a female android named Yura, model number 2, and you are accompanied by a male android named Yura, model number 9, short for 2B and 9S. You have to traverse areas and investigate a virus that is plaguing androids and keep this virus from spreading. Without getting into too much details, pretty much you have to stop this virus from taking over what's left of Earth and destroying the rest of the android civilization. Controls. Nier Automata's mechanics are very important to this game due to the fact that it uses a lot of different platforms mixed into one to make the game interesting. And I'm glad to say that the controls have been given the time that they need to be crafted right. They did everything right about the controls for this type of game. Now, you get from twin stick shooter to overhead action to 2D side scrolling to 3D platforming. And with the mixture of these done right, the controls have to be right as well. Everything is set up in an interesting way in this game for combat, where you either have long range or melee combat. Now, the mixture is pretty interesting, and the buttons are laid out in a way that nothing is too clunky or hard to learn. It does take a little bit of getting used to learn how to do certain combos and how to connect things and evade. But once you get the hang of it, which is not long at all, you will enjoy the controls, and that will keep you playing the game due to the fact that they're so comfortably laid out for the way that the game changes scenes. Now, I'm happy to say that controls are perfect for this game. So I have nothing bad to say there. So for controls, everything's good. The learning curve is great. Now the skill tree is very interesting. You do have certain chips that you can allow your character to process as it's an android and give it different abilities, and this will add to the mechanics of the controls, making the combat a little bit more intricate. So it goes from beginner to advanced. So I will say kudos to Platinum Games and Square Enix for the controls. They did that very well in this game. Graphics. Now, graphics are something that I want to talk about with this game. On the PS4, it is a 900p 60 frames per second. On the PS4 Pro, it is, of course, 1080p. Now, due to the fact that it is a Pro, you would expect the graphics to go a little bit past 1080, but that's not the case here. The textures look a little bit jaggy, and I guess that's because the resolution is at 1080p. But even at 900p, it's very noticeable. So if you're somebody that's going to look for graphics, you may want to get the PC version of this game. However, it is tolerable and not bad at all, due to the fact that the game has so many things going on, where you could be running down a hall and in the next minute, you're going from twin stick shooter to straight up 3D combat. It's amazing how they do that. And it'll keep you from doing things like noticing grass and whatever little graphical quirks people have when they look at a game. Now, the only thing I wish that I would have saw in this game that would have, in my opinion, helped it to look better is HDR. This game looked like, due to the fact that the colors look a little bit washed out, HDR would have did an amazing job at bringing all of that to life. Outside of that, I have no complaints about the game graphically. It's tolerable and acceptable to me. Besides, if I wanted big time graphics, I could have easily went for the PC version of the game and bumped everything up to max with 4K, and you will see a huge difference between that and the PS4 Pro version. So with that being said, graphically the game is pretty much on par for what you expect for 1080p, and of course looks much better when you bump it up to 4K. Overall, I want to say, I know that the name of the game is Nier Automata, but I am from New York, and I like to say Nier Automata because I think it just sounds nice, and it's just what I see when I read the name. So with that being said, I'm going to come off by saying flat out, congratulations to Square Enix and Platinum Games, because this game is fun, and that's what it's all about. I went into this game with no spoilers, no expectations, and when I played it, I was actually surprised at how much genres of different games they meshed into one and how well they did it and how comfortable it felt to play. A lot of times in situations like this with games, they seem to try and reinvent the wheel and they do it in a bad way, but I've been noticing a lot of games are starting to get that right. And it works. You don't always have to try and come up with something new, just as long as you do something right. And I had a good time with the game, and overall I recommend that you at least get this game. Now I am bringing my review scores back for reviews, and I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. And I know that people probably will rate it higher, but the reason I'm giving it a 7 is just me being honest with you, because third-person games are my preferred platform of games that I like to review on this channel. And I stepped outside of my box, and I really enjoyed this game. Now, if you can't afford or you just can't get the game due to the fact that so many came out at the same time as this, I recommend that you try to get this and borrow it, rent it, whatever you have to do. Just give the game a shot, because actually I was surprised at how good it was. So overall, I'm going to say that this game is a must play. Congratulations to Platinum Games and Square Enix for putting something very good together.